Thanks, Asir. And thank you all for being here today. My name is James Huston. I'm the field sales engineer for the Northeast Territory for Baumer here in the US, as we are a European sensor manufacturing company. And today you're going to be joining us at the edge to learn more about these AI and how Baumer incorporates AI into our cameras. Now, before I'd like to allude back to a little bit what Nasir was saying about AI in the brain. How I like to think of AI is just like your brain. It's a big brain making decisions all day, thousands of them. And how does your brain make these decisions? Your five senses, or sensors, if you will. But what sense sends the most data to your brain? Your eyes. So you want really good eyesight, or you want really good quality cameras making these decisions for you. So image processing is changing. Don't miss it. I'm sure all of us in this room have seen machine vision becoming more prevalent and widespread in a lot of different industries, applications all around. It's the next hot new thing. Well, it's not new, it's more improving, powerful, becoming more essential. That's thanks to the mega trends, Industry 4.0, why we're here today, edge processing, artificial intelligence. Edge processing, what that is, for those who are not familiar, it's where the sensor, or it's solving the applications, making these decisions, is right in on the application. It's at the edge in the application. There's not going back to a separate PC, bunch of cables running back and forth. The decisions are right at the edge, making those for the application here. What do you get with that? Higher image quality, higher computing power, reduction in size, power, bandwidth. And how's that? Having an easy to use, powerful, and flexible smart camera. So when I was talking, I know I talked, they're in all these industries and all these applications. Let's take a look at general 6 of them here, from warehouse, automobile, traffic control, retail, food and bev, all these different types of industries for these applications, from detecting stock quantities. There's small, large labels all around, different size fruits for classifying them. But the one that's most interesting to me is analyzing traffic up there, because it's not always a beautiful sunny day out there. There's rain, so having high IP rated AI cameras is important. It's dark, so there's a lot that goes into these AI cameras, making them so smart yet so powerful. So let's take a step back. What we wanted to do was take a step back, see where are we going. We looked at a bunch of different surveys. Here we have some statistics from German surveys. Now, being a European manufacturing sensor company, that's where we have some of our surveys for. I'm sure it's very similar in the US here, but you can see 6% of companies, 17% are actually only using this AI technology. And then you see the 77% say AI is important or essential. 70%. What does that tell us? That tells us that AI is going to be super important and super essential in the coming years, moving forward. And maybe companies just don't know how to get started yet. And as you can guess, why I'm here at 9 a.m. speaking to all of you people, we can help with that. And that's what we're here to talk to you about and learn more with you guys. Now, the camera that we're talking about here, or that I'm talking about here, and we have a demo unit in the back to showcase as well. Right here is our AX series smart camera. You can see we have a back view right now showing off the flexible connectivity between Ethernet, RS-232, SD drive, HDMI, and USB. But the most important, powerful computing aspect to it is the NVIDIA Jetson platform board inside. That's right inside. Everything is in the camera. That's the important part. It's an all-in-one compact solution here. And it's the standard C mount, but then it's also, when I was talking before, how important it is to have a high IP rating, we can get up to IP67. So that's the stainless steel housing for heat dissipation. We also have vibration and testing done as well, shock for that. So there's a lot that goes into these cameras, but they're powerful, smart, and essential. Oh, another thing to mention is the software compatibility for this. You do have access or open access to Linux OS inside, but you're not locked in with this camera purchasing it. You are able to use other third-party softwares. How have we made AI? How have we made AI easy for you with this camera? Making it a simple, powerful, robust, and open camera. Simple. How simple can AI really be? But the simple part is everything you need is right in that camera. It's the all-in-one solution. There. Powerful. Provides you with enough power for 300 frames per second interference, excuse me, interference or multiple neural networks. It's got 6 core arms inside, as well as 8 gigabytes of high bandwidth memory inside the actual camera. How is it robust? What I was mentioning a little bit before about the high IP rating, it is tested and it is reliable in these tough industrial markets, thanks to Baumer's 25 years of experience in the industrial camera market. The Baumer AX series provides an open canvas to your project. What I was mentioning a little bit before, you're not locked in with this camera. You are able to move in your new application right once the sensor arrives with either starter kits. Everything that we offer is given with you in this camera. Here's the 2 cameras in our portfolio right now, the 3.2 megapixel, the 5 megapixel, and also they are available in mono and color. But there's just 2 up here. We will have a 3rd one joining us in the next coming months, which will be a higher megapixel camera. Availability is good on them too, by the way. I know that's always a tough one out there nowadays, but so the fun part, my favorite slides here are actually going into the applications. What applications has Baumer solved? Looking at this first business case here is smart ag. And I can probably guess from the picture here, we're spraying herbicides on weeds in large fields, farms, and normally how that's done, farmers will go out and spray the field edge to edge. That's a lot of time, that's a lot of money, and they won't even go out into the field for like a week plus for how poisonous it is out there. So it would be a lot nicer if we could just spray the weeds, didn't have to do edge to edge, save a lot of time, save a lot of money. Well, they did that thanks to our VX Smart Series camera. Because it's a compact solution, easy to be integrated into their machine right on site in those fields, IP67 rated, and it's providing real-time inspection. So, I mean, really the best way to explain it is that it's looking down and telling, is that a weed, or is that a vegetable or something that's not a weed that doesn't need to be sprayed? If that's a weed, spray it, move on, save that weed image in your head, and it will be storing all of those to upload into a database at the end of the day, where, like we said, we mentioned this brain, it's getting smarter and smarter every day after use of these applications. Another application is quality control of carbon fiber. Is another application that Baumer AX series was able to solve. You can see here, there's the individual strains of each carbon fiber coming through. Now, if there's a tear or like a fares like sticking out and that's not caught in time, a defect, and then all that carbon fibers woven together into their final product, and then there's still a defect in there, that's a lot of wasted time and money. So picking that out ahead of time, the single strains like this is super important because having real-time quality inspection as these strains are coming through, you don't really have to worry about 5 or 10 operators trying to guess, yes, that looks like a defect. I think it is. You have the smart brain AI camera with its benefits of being compact and non-invasive, we can show you sizing and everything. It fits right in your palm like this. It was a successful solution here today. So with our AX series camera, we are an easy to work with Baumer package. Now you can see there's a front view and the back view of our camera here with the standard C mount in the front there. But it's important to point out that we have everything that you would need for this camera: the illumination, the lens accessories, all the cables, and even starter kits as well. So you get the camera, starter kit, you can get started that day on your application. So that brings us to the end of the slideshow here about Baumer and AI. Really appreciate you guys' time listening to me and talk about Baumer and AI. We'd be more than happy to learn more about your application. Any questions you have, like I said, I am the field sales engineer for the Northeast. That's our website, office phone. We have our office, brand new office actually, in warehouse right in Bristol, Connecticut, about 25 minutes away from here. And there's also my contact information as well. So I'd be happy to take any questions either now, by email, at the booth, but we'd be more than happy to set you up in a Teams meeting or on-site meeting with our product specialists that we have in the US, or even our Germany support team as well. Okay, thank you.
I have a question. What type of infrastructure is needed for this type of camera to be installed in any manufacturing setting?
Would you say like more
in terms of
mounting?
networking, in terms of data collection or anything? What's the requirements to put these cameras, let's say, within an existing or legacy manufacturing environment?
It's honestly a little bit of a tough question for me. I
All
might
right.
not be able to answer that for you, but
No problem.
I'm writing it down in my head, and I'd love to talk to you after, get your business
Sure.
card, and more than happy to connect you
Right.
with our specialist who can get that answer
Thank
for you.
you.
Thanks. Any other questions here or online?
No questions right now online.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. So I think it's really nice to have the, you got the NVIDIA Jetson circuitry utilizing real-time quality inspection. I'm curious, say the case of carbon fiber. It's going to see maybe a thread, piece of fuzz or whatever. Could you say how you might adjust sensitivity? I'm assuming, in terms of like false errors or whatever, I'm assuming it's going to be based on a sharp digital twin model it's referencing, something like that.
Okay. I think I understand what you're mentioning. If I won't be able to discuss too much into the digital twin aspect that you were mentioning, but with this camera, you are able to adjust your software how you want. You are able to play with it with specific outputs or specific phrase.
Override.
Yes, you are able to how sensitive you want that camera to be, play with the software, or whether it's a third-party software, you do have that capability. But I'd be more than happy to get back to that more further question about the digital twin.